All right, y'all. I'm going to ring the bell immediately because the energy is dense and heavy around me, and I'm not too digging it today. And one more for good measure. So yeah, hope everybody's doing well out there on this final day of July 2025. I'm struggling with the news, y'all. I'm just going to say that. I'm going to say that my traumas are absolutely triggered by the headlines. And I'm going to say I tried to warn everybody. At least 10 years ago, you know, I tried to share my gifts and predictions back before the 2016 election, and here we are. And everything that I predicted has come to a head. And this is my public I told y'all so. Hey, Sherry, how are you doing? Sherry Wright. I appreciate you for being here. So, y'all, I'm angry. I am a molestation survivor from 3 different people before I was 9 years old. I was raped in 2015 by a partner when I split with my husband and ended up getting back together with him after that rape, okay? And the police did nothing because I was just gonna ruin a man's life. Mine has been ruined by said men, and nothing has happened to any of them. So the headlines have got me dealing with my own personal shit. And it's kind of hard to come on here with people in the comment section doing the kind of racist stuff they were doing yesterday, and for me to not just want to literally put my foot in people's asses. So if you guys are here, I appreciate you. If you're going to be cool, calm, collected, I appreciate you. If you're going to be respectful, I appreciate you. If you're trying to try and show your ass in my comment section, I'm going to make an example out of you. Because I'm in that mood. Just so you're warned. Okay? Okay. Now, welcome in, witches, bitches, twats, and thoughts. I'm Black Betty, and I am Karma's right hand. Welcome to the Underdog Ministry. With all that being said, we're going to shake the dice and get y'all a good reading, shall we? Let's shake it up. Wax. W-A-X. I'm getting Madame Tussauds Wax Museum. Somebody might be getting, I'm hearing it right now. It's Ozzy. Ozzy will be getting his own wax figurine very soon. If it's not already there, something about Wax Museum. Madame Tussauds Wax Museum. The name AJ is here. Never met anybody with that name. But AJ. The name Dan is here. D-A-N. Parts, P-A-R-T-S. Auto parts, body parts, parts in a movie, parts in a commercial, parts for a car. Hey, Julia, welcome in. Hey, Pretty Pots, how's it going? I appreciate everybody that's hanging out with me today. So we have got shop, S-H-O-P, shop till you drop. Somebody needs to go shop for parts for something. I'm out of vowels. Corky. C-O-R-K-Y. Somebody's name is, I've got more names today than I have in a long time. AJ, Dan, Corky. Something about an auto parts shop. A parts shop. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you. All right. We have got Tutor. T-U-T-O-R. Somebody needs to be taught a few things. Somebody maybe is a tutor. DUI is here. Careful with that, folks. Don't drink and drive. Bet, B-E-T. Could also be Black Entertainment Television, B-E-T. Not just bet. Her, H-E-R. The song by Meg Thee Stallion. Take a pic, it's her, her, her. It's me, me, me. Something about she. All right, let's pull out some signs, and then I am going to pull out of the basket. Then I will start your tarot for y'all. All right, the signs that came out are Sagittarius, Gemini, and Aquarius. We've got fire and air, folks. All right, fire and air. And let's get some out of the basket, and then we will get a story for y'all. All right, I'm only pulling a few today because these can get tedious. They can get overwhelming if I pull too many of them. The first one out is Associate's Degree. Hey, Kristen. Hey, Icy Spirits. How you doing? Hey, Julia Bracken. Welcome in. Concurrent as opposed to consecutive. Somebody may be serving some sort of jail sentence concurrently with another one, like somebody's sentences got stacked and they're doing the time at the same time instead of one after the other. Eastern Standard Time. Hey, the Real Nation, or the Real Nolan, how are you? Hey, Legalini, how are you? If I butcher you guys' names, I apologize. I'm just glancing up and I have old lady eyes, so if I don't say it right, I apologize. So we've got a stalker put in a change of address to steal an important package. This one is one of the dated cards. And for all of you that don't know, if you're new to the channel, that basket's about 5 years old. When I meditate, I write down on tarot cards, or on index cards, excuse me, some of the words that I free associate. It's more like info dumping for writing, okay? I learned this skill when I was in high school to write creative stories, okay? That basket has over 5,000 cards in it, and only one day out of all 5,000 cards, there's like 15 cards in there that are dated. This is one of them, January 8th, 2023. A stalker put in a change of address to steal an important package. We've got Jim Morrison from The Doors. Pre-understanding. A set of expectations and assumptions from a previous experience that we apply to a new problem or situation. Learning from your mistakes. Knowing how to handle something the next time it comes around. Grand Jury Indictment. Gray. Gray sweatpants, gray aliens, the color gray, gray skies. Mordred, the bastard son of King Arthur and Morgan Le Fay, the one who dealt King Arthur his fatal blow. Y'all look like you've never met a Valkyrie before. Be positive about philanthropy. And we got a blank card, which means somebody got a clean bill of health or a clean slate. Somebody might be able to start fresh, get a clean slate here. All right, I'm going to work with concurrent grand jury indictment. Stalker put in a change of address to steal an important package, and associate's degree. Possibly Eastern Standard Time. Y'all look like you've never met a Valkyrie before. Tells me that somebody's about to meet an avenging angel in the flesh. Not someone who starts it, but someone who finishes it permanently. Whatever it is. All right. Now we're finally at the tarot, folks. Pretty pets. Oh, who makes music? How's it going out there, you guys? Where are you watching from? What state, what time zone, what country? Like, what's your sign? All of that, you guys, drop a comment. All right, Spirit, tell me about this. Wax, AJ, Bet, Dan, Parts, Her, Shop, Corky, Tutor, DUI, Concurrent, Grand Jury Indictment, Associate's Degree, and Stalker put in a change of address to steal an important package. First card out is the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. So there's this important package that didn't get delivered. Something got withheld, held back from you, held back from being delivered, being given. We've got the Eight of Pentacles here. Hard at work. Somebody's hard at work keeping something from another person. Hard at work keeping something from another person. Give me just a second. We got one that flew way across the room. Queen of Swords. Okay. So something is being held back and the truth is coming forward. Like somebody's about to like drop the truth in somebody's lap. What is the truth? Something about leaving a situation for a calmer one, getting away from the stress, running away from a negative situation. Somebody also might be turning their back on the truth. If this is not like necessarily a specific situation, what's being held back is something that somebody's worked very, 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 very hard to conceal. And they're running away from the truth coming out. Something about whatever they have orchestrated. Thank you, Sherry. Appreciate you very much. And may the universe replace that tenfold for you. This person's very manipulative. They changed some stuff around. They switched some stuff that was in their power to do. They manipulated the controls of something here. Sherry, I will answer that question at the very end after I do the collective reading. Thank you so much. And I'll get you a fresh deck of cards and everything that hasn't been used in this reading. Do you have a gift? So somebody's very manipulative about this situation, they don't want the truth to come out. And they want a fresh start. They want a fresh opportunity or another chance. Somebody's like begging for leniency or another chance. Another chance. They don't want the truth to come out. 4 Cups. This person's doesn't want to be rejected. They want another chance. Please don't say no. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. If you say no, there's a lot of money at stake. Please don't say no. Look, this person's something about money. 10 of Pentacles in reverse, 6 of Pentacles in the upright. It's like somebody will stop giving this person money if you say no. Say no to what? Say no to what, Spirit? Please and thank you. All right. Hey, Sherry Wright. Hey, how's it going? We've got the Tower in reverse, y'all. So an unavoidable, permanent final ending, like sudden upheaval, drastic realization, epiphany of the worst. Like somebody's realizing their sudden doom here, or feels doomed to their existence. Somebody feels very stuck with something. They're stuck with something because they don't want the truth to come out here. What is the truth though? Knight of Wands in the reverse, that they're the ones that they wanted to stop you because they were angry. Somebody wants to apologize for being a jerk. They've had a sudden realization that they were the bad guy or were bad to you. This is a manipulation. This is a manipulation. This is somebody trying to figure it out. Right? We've got this Magician right here. This is somebody who's trying to manipulate the situation so the truth doesn't come out. They're like, they want a fresh start. They want another opportunity to make things right. They want a second chance. They hope that they're not what do you call it right here? Rejected. Because if you reject this person, there's a lot of money at stake for them, I guess. And they're having this sudden realization that they are a huge jerk and they've actually got to give you what you deserve. We started out with this reading with this Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. They have to give you whatever they're holding on to. This is probably this important package. This person has to admit that they have done something to manipulate a situation so the truth didn't come out. They put in some sort of change of address to steal somebody's messages, to intercept their information before they got it. You're so ready for the truth. So am I, honey. So am I. So am I. So am I ready for the truth. So somebody's trying to block your messages. Somebody possibly might have blocked a subpoena. 10 of Wands in the reverse. Somebody blocked something because they couldn't carry the burden of you knowing something. Before they came to you for this fresh start. You're my soulmate. You're my best friend. This is a past person, a past friendship, a past lover, some sort of close relationship. Some sort of close relationship. And they want a second chance. They want another shot. You already know this. You already know this. It's not secret. With the Star in reverse, though, the situation is unhealed. It's harmed you. It's harmed you. The situation has harmed you. Tell me about any of the words up in here. What does any of those have to do with this? Or am I going to get a second story? Tell me about this. Concurrence. Somebody's begging for mercy, for leniency, for another shot, another opportunity. This could be asking for concurrent sentences so they can have another shot at life. Somebody might actually be begging for them to be concurrent so they can actually see parole before they're elderly. What are they going to jail for here? What is the indictment for? Is it for the DUI or for this change of address? Freedom in reverse. This person's going to jail. They're going to be indicted for something. A grand jury of their peers is going to indict them. Loneliness in the reverse. This person didn't want to be alone. Well, they're never going to have any privacy ever again, that's for sure. All right. keep seeing you guys pop up new comments, but you're just having a little chit chat in there. And you guys, my members, you guys kick ass. Could you guys maybe give me an idea of what kind of little treat that I could do for my members? This special for you guys, because, you know, there's a whole nother section for members, and I'm sure that the readings probably aren't so lucrative that you got to pay extra just for another reading. So what kind of extra stuff would you guys like to see? Like, you watched a scary movie called Tarot? It's just terrifying, the pictures. I'm having somebody read you a story with pictures, isn't it? Death in reverse. So somebody's never going to get an opportunity to have any privacy ever again. They're never going to be alone, and it's because they refuse to change. They refuse to do something different. They refuse to do something, I don't know. They refuse to do the right thing. It's like they were stubborn. They refuse to put in the work. They refuse to put in the work. Failure in the reverse. And it's not all the way in the reverse. You can see it's up right there. So somebody's never going to taste freedom again. This person is going to jail. They're going to be indicted. They're never going to have privacy. It's because they refuse to do the work. They refuse to transform themselves. They refuse to change. And this failure in reverse is they had the opportunity to do better for themselves. Discipline. They had the opportunity to do better for themselves. And now they're going to definitely be on a schedule. They're going to have lots of discipline. Augusta, Georgia. Oh my goodness. We got them peaches down in Georgia. We got our weed from California. Isn't that what Justin Bieber sings? I don't know. I don't listen to his music too much, but that's a cute little song. So somebody here is going to experience disciplinary action. They are going to be disciplined. They're going to go to jail unless they tell the damn truth. Honesty. This person has to tell the truth. Say what they did. Say they held something back. Say that they maybe, when they put in their change of address, so they took somebody's package. Over here, we've got somebody that might be going to jail for a DUI. It could be both. Somebody could have taken something when they moved. Somebody could have also been stalking, put in a change of address, like, hey, I know where you live. I'm just going to get your mail over here at my house. Okay? This is like somebody who knows people at the post office, tiny little podunk town where you can just get your friends to, you know, do you some favors and keep the locals' mail out of their mailboxes. Kind of stuff like that. Where they, you know, drive you home after a DUI instead of put you in jail. It's like that small of a town. The names AJ, Dan, and Corky. We've got balance here. So the only thing that's going to restore balance and equilibrium is the truth. Health is here. Right on top of star in reverse. This person's stress will start to dissipate. Whoever is hiding the truth is freaking out. They're desperately trying to get a fresh start, to not go to jail. And if they go to jail, to get their sentences concurrent. This person is going to have characteristics of being maybe a nail biter, pulling on their hair, playing with their hair a lot. Even if it's like short, like this could be a guy that like plucks little bits of hair out, pulling on their beard if they've got one, playing with their piercings if they've got them, popping knuckles all the time. This is somebody who has to get their extra anxiety out constantly. They know what they've done here. They know it's just a matter of time before they're caught. This person might not even know there's a grand jury out on them. They might not even know that there's charges possibly pending on them. But what this person's about to realize, this Tower in reverse with this Knight of Wands in the reverse, their hasty, angry actions have brought about an ending in their life, one way or another. One way or another. They've got some sort of ending because they, I don't know, they broke a law. They drove drunk, stole mail, something like that. I think somebody's degree might have been coming in the mail with the associate's degree here. Either that or this person's intelligent. They're smart enough to know better, right? This person could be a tutor. This person could know better, all right? Somebody made a bet to stop her. Stop her. Y'all look like you've never met a Valkyrie before. Evidently, there's somebody that needs to realize that strong women aren't necessarily scary. The avenging angels only show up when you've done something wrong. Okay, Knight of Cups in the reverse and the Ten of Wands in the reverse. We've got this energy here twice already in the reading with the Ten of Wands in the reverse. See, this person, I think they got rejected by this woman. I think they got rejected in some sort of romantic approach. I don't think that somebody like wanted the responsibility of a situation or wanted to take responsibility, and so maybe they got rejected. Queen of Cups. All right. This person who is stressed out, they're going to get caught up for doing something to her. This stalker energy. Somebody who's smart enough to know better. Stopping information from coming to you that would relieve so many of your burdens. And this is somebody who's acting like they're your friend, and you know exactly what's going on. You can see it because you feel unhealed around this person. You feel unhealed with that star energy in the reverse. You feel disappointed. You feel like you need to reject this person. You know that this person's freedom is on the line. You know that they don't want to take accountability. They don't want to carry the weight of what they've said or done to you. This person's really trying to not get caught. They really, really, really hope that you're just going to have some sort of sympathy, compassion. Tower in reverse again. And the Queen of Swords. Yo. Can we say this is permanent, final? It's decayed. It's decayed, okay? And somebody here is going to look at this with an unbiased eye, okay? This is going to be somebody who, that third set of eyes that overlooks something when there is a tiebreaker that needs to be made here. Amen. It's time for these people to be held accountable. This person's being given the shot, though. Here's this deal. With that being said, Kristen, segue, okay? These people don't want to be held accountable. But the manipulation is here with the Magician, right into the Page of Cups. They don't want to be held accountable, but the buck stops with the manifestation of the situation. Like it's a situation of your own making, and there's no way for the buck to stop anywhere but for this person. There's no way for this person to get out of it. There's some sort of evidence enough to have a grand jury indictment, and this person is really worried at the ending this is going to cause in their life when all of this is communicated. They don't want people to see them, think of them differently. They want things to be fair. They want it to be fair for them. Ace Wands in the reverse just flipped over. Okay, here's the deal. I'm hearing there's going to be a postponement on the ruling. There's going to be a postponement on this grand jury indictment. There's going to be this person's going to ask for the opportunity to fix it, to make it right, for this fresh start, new chance to explain why they've done the things they have done here. Please give me the chance. You will see everything differently. Just let me explain, he says. I promise I was doing the right thing. Who is this person? Justice is here. The justice system may listen to this person. They may listen to this person. How is this person doing the right thing? By stealing a package, getting a DUI. They're smart enough to know better. Like, how is this really going to fly in a court of law? Threefold riddle in reverse. So there is this thing. What goes around comes around. And that threefold riddle in reverse. Remember how I said this person's old enough to know better? They're smart enough to know better? That threefold riddle is stages in life, graduation in life, from a kid to an adult and from an adult to maturity. Okay? This person is stuck in teenage adulting mentality. They have not made it to maturity. This is a situation that Spirit is putting on this person, forcing them to take this accountability, forcing them to say, I was wrong, forcing them to admit to doing what they did. But in front of a grand jury, possibly, they haven't had charges quite yet. This person's begging for the opportunity to have it be seen differently. Mercury, messenger of the gods. Something about this person's health. Caudesus, I don't know how it's pronounced. Caudecus. It's the symbol of the American Medical Association. Okay? This person may be having some sort of... I don't know why the words developmental delay is coming through. Not like this person is mentally challenged by any means, but they may have some sort of stunted mental development when it comes to just general adulting. Like maybe this person wasn't exposed to having responsibilities, so they don't know to have the responsibility until they're forced to take the responsibility, and it feels bad to this person until they realize once you've assumed that responsibility, your shoulders get a little stronger. Chest pops out a little bit more. Dangerous pussy from the past. Rawr, rawr. Okay, somebody might be having a little bit of issue with a medical situation because they might have tapped into something dangerous in the past. That's why this person may have done this. This person may have been led by the cojones by somebody else. Taking up arms. Now this person's ready to stick up for you, stick up for themselves, form a defense of some sort. Fire of sacrifice. They're going to put themselves on the chopping block. They're actually going to do this. This person does not want to do this, would never intentionally take responsibility for making a mistake, fucking up. This person wants to hide it so bad. They're being put on the chopping block. They're being forced to grow up. There's no other way this person's going to learn the lesson. Because they don't learn from others' mistakes, so they actually are the type of person that has to make the really bad ones and like be slapped upside the head in order to like even have any kind of realization that they might be contributing to their own negative lifestyle. They're being forced to look at everything they've done, recall, memory. They're being forced to look at everything. They have to remember all of the actions that they've taken, and that's uncomfortable for them. They really have to put it out there. They really have to put themselves on the chopping block. They really have to lay it bare. This person's smart enough to have been able to make an adult decision, but never been forced to take accountability enough to where it was a personality characteristic of theirs. Like, just part of their character was never taking accountability. They were just ashamed and afraid of taking accountability because, you know, that just might blow up everything in their life. Holocaust. Bottom of the deck, survival in reverse. This person's terrified that the fallout from their truth, they're not going to survive it. You're literally living with the truth inside of you. You're not going to survive until you tell the truth. That's that fire of sacrifice. Somebody feels so uncomfortable by having to just say, I was wrong. I messed up. Gee, I'm sorry. Can you please forgive me? Damn, I was wrong. I made a bad decision. I chose wrong. All of that feels very, very, very bad for this person. All right, pretty. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. All of that feels really bad for this person. They're smart enough to know better. This is why they're going to be taught a lesson by spirit. I'm going to close that one there, but we still have words in the dice, you guys. Let me pick up all these cards, and then I will ring the bell, clear us out for a second time, and I will get us a reading just on the dice. Whoever this person is, it's going to go in front of the grand jury, or is going to find out there was a grand jury convening about them, or is going to have to take accountability for some of their actions because they've been indicted. You know better, so do better. Otherwise, it's a choice to be a chode. That's all I got to say about that. All right. Headphone warning, you guys. All right, let's get these out of the way. Get me a little sip of some water, and we'll do another one. All right. Let me get my... I'm sorry, I have a question for Sherry. You want to know about whether or not your disability will come soon, and do you have a gift? Will Sherry Wright's disability come soon? Please and thank you. Seven of Swords, Two of Pentacles. Okay, so there is something behind the scenes you don't know about. There is something that is missing, a piece of information that's missing, or you have to really dig deep and look at something. There's one tidbit of information that somebody on the deciding team is missing about your case. Once they have that information about it, it will be put into balance and you're going to have no problem. One more card. The missing information might be something like they're waiting on one of your doctors to send records, or something has been lost in the mail, or we've got one signature that's missing and it's holding up the whole process, okay? We got the Ten of Swords in the reverse and the Knight of Pentacles. Don't worry your pretty little head. You're going to recover, and it's coming soon. Coming soon. And then you also ask, do I have a gift? Something tells me you would know this is your gift. Your gift is the ability to be resilient, perseverant, to overcome all of the negative things that you have had to maybe deal with in your past. People might look to you as a shoulder to cry on when you maybe don't have the strength to give them that support. Right now, your gift is going to be also a burden to you if you don't look at it as something you're supposed to be sharing with others. Okay? If you feel put upon, you're going to feel weighed down. If you feel honored that people are coming to you for that strength and resilience, and your mind looks at it a different way, then you'll see it more as a gift instead of a curse. All right. So I hope that helped you, Sherry. And then let's get another reading out on these dice. We've got Wax, AJ, Bet, Dan, Parts, Her Shop, Corky, Tutor, and DY. AJ, Bet, Dan, Parts, that Her Shop, something. Somebody named AJ, Bet somebody named Dan, Parts, about somebody else's storefront. Time for a nap. Well, this time for a nap is telling me that somebody is being kind of lulled to sleep into a false sense of security here. Or somebody was sleeping on a situation like, you know how you can, say you go on Shark Tank and you've got this $1 million invention and they're like, nah, we pass, right? And the next thing you know, you're being advertised by, but wait, there's more infomercials all night long, and Shark Tank didn't take you. It's like somebody slept on somebody and now they're regretting it. AJ, Bet, Dan, Parks. Somebody's shop. Okay. AJ, Bet, Dan against a woman here. That's all I'm going to say so far. Message in a bottle in the reverse. Okay, so somebody didn't understand that they were just sleeping on somebody. They didn't get the message. They were unable to see somebody's worth here. Soulmates. Somebody was unable to see somebody's worth, and another person said, bet. One person slept on another person, and I'm just going to say one man's trash is another man's treasure with this to make it simple. Somebody slept on another person. They didn't answer their message. They ignored their message. They left them on red. They didn't tell them what they were thinking, something along those lines. And now somebody else sees the diamond in the rough here as their soulmate. Somebody bet another guy car parts. They could, something about somebody else's work. Thinker in reverse and truth be told in reverse. You are never going to believe who this is. Never in your wildest dreams would you imagine this person would ever look at you this way. It's going to blow your mind that somebody, one man's trash is another man's treasure. You are going to be shocked as hell at who the treasure hunter is. Truth be told, in reverse, Somebody has kept their feelings inside for another person here. Ooh. Somebody's betting their... It's like somebody's betting their buddy to be able to see who can approach somebody for a date. Like, no, man, I saw her first. No, man, I saw her first. No, we got more in common. No. These people are having a bet over who gets to approach another person. It's like the way that they're saving the friendship over it so they don't fight over somebody or some shit like that. Grief in reverse. One man's trash is another man's treasure. And now you can't be crying now because you threw it away. You can't cry. This is what somebody's saying. You can't be crying. You threw it away. You threw away your opportunity. You didn't want to take the shot. Because I want to take the shot, you can't take the shot. And now they're going to make a bet over who gets to take the shot. Because somebody can't cry over, like, not wanting another person. Foresight. Just because you can't see a future with this person doesn't mean I don't, homie saying. Wisdom. This person's old enough to have been around the block a few times. They know exactly what they want, don't want. They know exactly what they've been dreaming of. And if they ever found in a partner and all of a sudden everything's checking off somebody's boxes here. Like 5 cards just flew out. I guess I'll take that clump and we'll just finish out the line with these. Manifestation, the Sun, Necropolis in reverse, and Hunter in the reverse. So somebody here is pretty wise and they know exactly how to go after what they want. They know exactly what they want. They've been waiting for the right person to literally fall into their lap. And now this person is full of joy. They have seen the light. They're like, oh my God, aha moment, the Sun is here. Necropolis in the reverse and the Hunter in the reverse. This person is done with their old life. They have healed. They have mourned. They are not going to let this other person give them any grief whatsoever. It's like you threw this person away. The Hunter in reverse. You literally had a gift horse and you tossed it in the trash. And this is everything I've been hunting for. And it's falling in my lap. This person's like, let me school you. Let me teach you a few things on how to be a Playa. Playa. Whoever this man is, I'm kind of laughing at him. Like, first of all, I don't think a woman would be very happy to know that men bet on who got to approach her. Because that eradicates her choice, first and foremost, on who she would rather vibe with, period. But one man decided he was going to treat somebody like trash, and his friend said, homie, I'm about to go recycle. Shit. Okay. So her is the topic of discussion. 10 of Wands in the reverse. Remember, you said this wasn't a burden you didn't want to carry, bro. You didn't want to carry this load. You didn't want to toe the line, homeboy. I'm ready to toe the line. Oh, God. This is funny as fuck right now. I'm laughing my ass off. Whoever I'm channeling right now. And these are guys that want to stay friends, but they're going to fight over this chick in some sort of way. This is why they're making this bet. Okay, we've got the breakthrough with the 4 of Cups in the reverse. There is a breakthrough because this person said, you didn't want to carry the burden, homie. I'm ready to toe the line. I'm ready to walk the line like Johnny fucking Cash. Like, let me school you on how it's done, son. High Priestess just landed right on top of Wisdom. So this person is listening to their intuition and letting their intuition guide them to their highest potential because they know exactly what they want, exactly what they've been looking for, and it doesn't matter if their bro wanted to throw it in the trash or not. This is like somebody... Magician in the reverse. Look, Somebody didn't want to do the work. They didn't want to make anything happen. This person was unable to manifest a relationship with whoever you are in my collective. They were unable to manipulate whoever you are in my collective. We got the Five of Wands and the Ace of Cups. They were unable to manipulate you, collective. And the drama is about to be over because you're about to get some sort of love offer from their friend, okay? I don't know who this is, but this person's friend is like, look, I'm going to show you how it's done, son. You sit back and watch a real player handle things. I'm fucking laughing at this energy right now. I am just cracking up at this energy. Sit back and let a real player handle things. Well, since there's such masculine energy in the mix, I'm going to use my Greek mythology deck because this is always the masculine deck. This is got a lot of Greek gods and goddesses on it. Athena in reverse, protectress in reverse. Look, bro, if you wanted it, you shouldn't have heard it. You didn't want to keep it safe. I'm going to pull up. This person didn't have a protective bone in their body. They didn't feel the need to shield you from anything. Workmanship is here. Hephaestus. See the skill that this player is about to show when it comes to approaching you. You're not going to see it coming. You're not going to see it coming. I don't think you have any clue this person is interested in you at all. But they sure like your fire. They like your vibe. They like your energy. They like your spunk. They like that you're feisty. And they're about to come put in that work. Manifestation. Gaia. This person's about to come put in that work and show you the world. This person may live a distance from you, remoteness. This person might be watching you and know you from another location. They might know you through the internet. This could be like two friends on a dating app competing for the same chicks. Not quite sure on that part, but one guy's going to tell another guy, look, you tossed it. I pulled up to recycle it. I pulled up to refurbish, restore, rebuild, remodel, and invest. Wow. This is an old player too. This is somebody who made like their life is going to be forever single, and they're like, that's the one. That's why they were forever single, because they're waiting for somebody with that personality, that inner fire, that level of skill, that level of whatever. Okay, table setting. That's the table I'm be bringing the bacon home to. That's what this man is saying. A well-dressed table welcomes all who enter to sit, relax, and enjoy. When this card appears in a reading, it reminds you of the power of hospitality. When you welcome others to deepen connections, you end up learning more about yourself. The gathering place of the kitchen table reminds us to stop at least once a day to eat there and commune with our bodies and to have meals with others when possible. This card in a reading can mean it's time to touch base with those we share space with. It also encourages us to create space for ourselves as a sanctuary from the outside world. Welcoming and connection. This person wants to protect, provide, and pamper. This person wants peace, prosperity. You got a player in his feelings, whoever you are. You must be the most powerful poon on the planet. I don't think this person even knows you personally. Just this alone, the vibe you radiate. your inner fire, your feistiness, your drive, your tenacity. You are the table the bacon gets brought to. This ain't one of them men being like, what do you bring to the table? Are you going to do your 50-50? Well, if 50-50 means working 40 hours a week, doing all the housework, all the cooking, all the cleaning, all the emotional, mental, and spiritual labor for the household, as well as all of the meal planning, grocery shopping, bill paying, y'all might need to get yourself a personal assistant, pay a bitch to see how much that actually costs and say that that's not work. Oops. Did I just let my opinions fly? Did I do that? I think I did. Well, shit. If you're this whole table, if you're the table, just make sure it's set. Because we're going to be eating good in the neighborhood. Evidently, whoever this person is coming in to sweep y'all off your feet. Congratulations on that. All right. 2 readings. 1 little personal one. Hope that helped you, Sherry. I appreciate you guys. I'm closing out right now, and I will see you this evening. Remember, y'all, if I can manage to not be a piece of shit, so the fuck can you. Black Betty out.